At a secret pickup point in Ukraine's Dnipro region, a medical evacuation for soldiers who were injured just hours ago. Some can walk. Others are on stretchers, like this 39-year-old. His call sign is Wi-Fi. Before he was conscripted 2 months ago, he worked in IT.
How long had you been on the front line for?
2,5 доби.
He smiles and says 2.5 days. Shrapnel tore through his legs.
How difficult was it for you to leave the trench?
Very difficult. Дуже важко.
He said once the tourniquets were on, his legs wouldn't move. He had to be carried. This former accountant was on the front line a little longer, about a month. His tank was hit earlier in the day, trapping him inside. All of these men are being taken to the hospital by a team of volunteer medics with the group Hospitalers.
They never quite know when they're going to run these evacuation buses. It depends how many injured soldiers there are, and sometimes there's not even enough space to get them all on board.
Among the group, this soldier stands out. He's 60 and tells us his vehicle was hit by a drone.
Drone.
He volunteered at the start of the invasion. There are all these excuses that younger men are ill, he said, adding that he has medical problems and he's still serving. Ukraine is trying to recruit more soldiers because after nearly 2.5 years of war, there are mounting casualties. They always ask if their limbs will be amputated, says volunteer Tatiana Romaniuk. They worry what they will do next. Once the bus is full, it departs for the hospital. An hour and a half later, when they arrive, a soldier is headed into emergency surgery because there's shrapnel in his spine. For others, the injuries are not as visible. It's very difficult, both mentally and physically, says Wi-Fi. It's hard for an ordinary soldier, let alone for someone who only had basic training. But like the others, his time on the front might not be over. After they've healed, a medical commission will determine if they're still fit for duty. Briar Stewart, CBC News in the Dnipro region.